News begins with breaking news.
Breaking overnight while you were sleeping, deputies capture a murder suspect who escaped custody in South Florida.
21-year-old Deontay Rosales had gotten out of custody from the courthouse last week on Friday. Broward County deputies are saying Rosales surrendered at a Days Inn hotel over in West Palm Beach. He is accused in the stabbing death of a 59-year-old woman during an attempted robbery at her home in Davie back in 2014. Nobody got hurt. Police say he surrendered peacefully.
And for today, get ready for it. More heat, more humidity, and scattered showers and storms as we see a high temperature of 93. And actually, for your Wednesday, we officially hit 94 here across Southwest Florida. Hope you're having a great start to the day. Hopefully, you got some sleep last night. Right now, Doppler radar nice and quiet across Southwest Florida. But take a look at Miami, getting pounded with some heavy rain and some lightning. And this one complex right here is now crossed over into extreme southern and eastern Collier County with some heavy rain and evening a lightning strike or two, but outside of that, we're largely quiet here across the area. We take you outside, 78 degrees, winds are light, and with that muggy meter, at least at Page Field, because of the lack of rainfall yesterday, they avoided the rain. The dew point is up, it is muggy, and the storms have not cooled us down and also brought down our dew point, at least at Page Field. Temperatures across the rest of the area, Palmdale at 77, 76 for Port Charlotte, all the way towards Punta Gorda, and Marco Island at 70 in the mid-70s. So mostly dry for the next couple hours, and then by lunchtime, few areas of rain inland. It is these scattered showers and storms that will push west. Good chance of rain by later on today. Guys?
Well, tonight's going to be the night for Donald Trump. The billionaire businessman will officially accept the Republican Party's nomination for president.
One of Trump's former rivals is making news, though, today for not endorsing the candidate during his convention speeches. Wink News reporter Weijia Zhang is joining us now live from the convention center with more.
Weijia, let's talk about Senator Ted Cruz. He started with a standing ovation, but his speech did not finish out that way.
Not at all, Robin. Jen, good morning to you. That warmth from the crowd quickly turned frosty as it became increasingly clear that he was not going to support the man who beat him. In fact, he only mentioned Donald Trump's name once, and even though he urged voters to head to the polls in November, he did not say that they should vote for the Republican candidate, and he did not tell his supporters directly to do that either. So this might have been a missed opportunity because a lot of Republicans were banking on this convention as a sort of time for unity to bridge the gaps that we saw all during the primary season. But that did not happen when it came to Senator Ted Cruz. And there were very enthusiastic boos for him. At one point, Trump actually entered the arena and the crowd erupted into cheers. But even then, Cruz did not change his tone. He did not officially support Trump.
Well, he definitely is getting some attention this morning, Weijia. How did the crowd receive now vice presidential candidate Mike Pence?
Very warmly. You know, so many Republicans were cheering even before this convention started just because they knew Mike Pence was going to be the official vice presidential running mate. And in a lot of ways, he is everything that Donald Trump is not. He is soft-spoken. He has a huge, significant amount of political experience. He served as a congressman for 6 terms before becoming the governor of Indiana. And he is extremely conservative with deep roots with the evangelical base. And so a lot of Republicans view this as sort of something that can help them accept and come around to Donald Trump because it gives them what they want while still supporting a man that they didn't necessarily think at first was the best candidate for them.
All right, Weijia Zhang, thank you so much for reporting live for us from Cleveland.
It will be a speech to watch tonight. Also speaking on the last day of the RNC is the Republican Party Chairman Reince Priebus and Oklahoma Governor Mary Fallin. Ivanka Trump is introducing her father, who will be the last to speak at the convention. For the Democrats, Hillary Clinton is ready to announce her choice for running mate, and she'll do it in Florida this week. She's in Orlando and Tampa tomorrow, and then South Florida Saturday. Wink News is going to be there for you, so you can count on us to get all the breaking news campaign updates. And that's because Wink News is your campaign central. We've been going behind the scenes for you in Cleveland, on air and online, all this week so far. We're also headed to Philadelphia next week for the Democratic Convention. You can count on us for complete team coverage.
Developing this morning, people in Lee County are fed up with that slimy green algae that has been tainting our waters. You can see some of it here in this video. People ended up protesting outside of the health department, claiming the health agency is not keeping the public informed. News reporter Stephanie Susskind is joining us live from the Horton Boat Ramp. That's one of the places that the DEP ended up testing for toxins. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning. The DEP collected samples from this spot exactly 1 week ago today, so we could get those results today, which would show if there are any levels of toxins in the water here right behind me at the Horton Boat Ramp. And there are several locations throughout Cape Coral that DEP tested 1 week ago. Now, all of these issues with our water brought about 24 people out to protest outside the Lee County Department of Health yesterday. They're demanding answers about our water. And part of this comes after the Cape Coral City decided to shut down swimming at the Cape Coral Yacht Club earlier this week out of caution because they say they don't know exactly what's in the water there, and it has tested positive for low levels of toxins because of algae in the water there at the yacht club. That water is also being tested by DEP, but those results are not expected back until next week. Protesters say they just want more information from the health department.
This is obviously what it takes for a community to come out of the dark days of complacency and rise up for itself. The only thing I see that's going on here is people actually standing up for themselves.
And there's really two sets of testing going on. The Department of Health tests for bacteria in the water. The DEP tests for toxins in the water. Now, the Department of Health did release a statement to Wink News that is advising people not to come in contact with water if they see foam, scum, or that algae on the top of the water. They also say kids and pets should avoid swimming or drinking water contaminated with that algae. Reporting live in Lee County, Stephanie Susskind, Wink News Now.
It's 4:36 now, and another developing story that a lot of you are talking about this morning is the alleged abuse of foster children at a home in Cape Coral. The parent, Daniel and Janice Spurgeon, face several charges. They're accused of abusing the children for years. Week News want to know how this home could have avoided any suspicion despite getting a monthly state inspection. And Week News anchor Sean Kreisman has that answer for us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rob. The Spurgeon's daughter says the monthly inspections were not thorough. They were terrified to say anything about the abuse. The investigation is now expanding to Alabama. DCF says the couple, Daniel and Janice Spurgeon, moved from there to Florida last August. Police are now looking into whether any sex crimes happened there. A local mental health counselor believes the state needs to be more observant when visiting foster homes.
For a house to have 13 children, many of them being foster children, you got to look at, are there just two parents? Does the mom stay home? Is this a business? Or is this, working with helping kids?
We're learning an agency called the Interstate Compact for the Placement of Children checked in on the family monthly, including when they were in Florida. The Department of Children and Families says the children are now in protective custody. Rob?
All right, Sean, this morning there's an urgent call out still for a critical witness to come forward in the disappearance of 9-year-old Diana Alvarez. Authorities are saying a good Samaritan gave Jorge Guerrero a ride when his car broke down May 29th up in Osceola County. You can see the car he was driving pictured here. Detectives are hoping they can talk to this good Samaritan. And if you have any information that might help in the search for Diana, you can call Crime Stoppers. Their number 1-800-780-TIPS.
Wink News investigates after this video allegedly shows an assistant principal dragging a 6-year-old boy with autism down a hallway in nothing but his boxer shorts. Right now, both DCF and the Lee County School District are investigating. There's some allegations of an attempt to cover this up. A lot of you are commenting about this story on the Wink News Facebook page, and you can watch the full Wink News investigative report there and also join in on the conversation.
And if you're looking for a good excuse to have some junk food, then today's the day. It's National Junk Food Day. If you love fresh donuts, you can indulge. So-called junk food is the kind of stuff we all like to snack on. Yes,
probably too much.
He first came to fame as a killer of the beloved African lion Cecil. Now he's a victim of crime. We'll tell you about Walter Palmer's burglary coming up.
And calling all thrill seekers, there's a new attraction at Niagara Falls that is not for the faint of heart.
And Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt ready with the next weather on the ones. Your forecast every 10 minutes. It's 4:39.